Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Newcastle has just picked up yet another 3 points here today at St James's Park. So something new I might be doing going forward now for the home games as well. After the game we'll get a match reaction up, so I'll go around, I'll speak to some of the Newcastle United YouTubers, I'll speak to some of the fans, and we get the match reaction up straight away, and we get the actual vlog up in the next morning. So for me it's something a bit handier for me to do. It gives you guys more content, and for me it's easier for me to just kind of sort out on a match day. So if it's something you enjoy, make sure let me know. But anyway, if you're new around here, make sure you get down here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that vlog tomorrow morning. 3-1, tricky one, but we've got the job done. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button. Without further ado, let me show you my full-time reaction with all the fans. There we have it then, full-time here at St James's Park. Newcastle United 3, Southampton 1. We made hard work out of that one today. Hello lads, right? Hello.
Go on, Adam.
Go on.
You like paella, don't you? Paella, frog's legs, all that sort of cuisine.
Listen, I'll be getting used to that for sure. I'll be enjoying that cuisine abroad. You get it. Well, it's fair to say that was an interesting game today. I tell you what, first half we made hard work out of that game today. I was terrified at half time. I didn't like the way we played at all. But I mean, first off, I'm 30 seconds into the match. Southampton nearly put the ball in the back net. They did the same against Arsenal a few games ago. Really quick out of the gate. I told you in my vlog, actually the vlog will come out the next day, but I did mention in my vlog the fact that I thought Southampton would give us a really good go. I fully believe now Southampton are done. I think they had to win this game today to start this win streak. They haven't done it, and I can't see them picking up the points now, so I honestly would class Southampton as being relegated. How close they go.
How wet?
Some people are buzzing, and I mean, they so should be. Getting a picture. Cheers, bro. I mean, it's lovely to get so many pictures, but listen, I'm trying to do this match reaction for people like this. Bear with me for a minute. But I'm back on topic to the game now. Southampton went 1-0 up. Even the first time. Come on there. I didn't think Southampton were that good, but I didn't think Newcastle were great. Obviously, Anthony Gordon was probably the big talking point of the first half because he had the most activity with the ball, and of course he got subbed off at half time. I thought he had a good game. I know people are probably going to come out and say he was the main reason why we didn't take the lead at half time. But honestly, I thought he played well. It was just a case where his end product was lacking in front of goal. Should have scored the goal there when he hit the post. Other than that, he continued to create chances. He shot the near post for some reason. Some of his crosses weren't the best. But I didn't think Newcastle had a great half. I thought Isak was quite quiet in the first half. He's much better out wide. I'm telling you now, when he's out wide, he's taking players on. He's crossing the ball into the box. He's taking chances on. I know he hasn't played there much, but I would honestly, Wilson central, Isak out wide, and either Murphy and one whoever may be in the other. So I think it's an absolute no-brainer. Those two link like butter and bread. Those two are so good together. Hello there. But I got a hard time. I actually was terrified. I didn't like that half at all. I would say it was a bad half from us. But second half, I mean, we dominated the entire half. There was no question about it. There was only one way that match was good. That was Newcastle's way. We continued to create chance after chance. McCarthy's making some saves. The defenders are getting good blocks in. Newcastle will continue to win corners. We're winning fouls. Every time we're getting forward, we look like we were going to do something. Eventually we got the first goal. Callum Wilson, Isak Wilson link up straight away. Isak gets a cross goal. Wilson with a really good finish there. It's almost like a little dink. He just makes it impossible for McCarthy to get a touch on. A great goal by him. It then went 2-1 up, but Wilson was offside. For some reason it took about 3 or 4 minutes to look at that offside, even though it was the most obvious offside I've seen in a while. Wilson is a good yard offside. So then we got the second goal after that. This time it was Bruno. I thought it was Botman at first. No idea how it went in the net, but it did. But Bruno got the second goal, and after that Wilson got the third goal. An unbelievable finish by him. Composure, gets past one defender and then gets past the goalkeeper and dinks it over the other player, trying to block off the line. He was class there, Wills. I think he scored 14 and 26 this season.
3.1 million I got last week.
3.1 million.
Come on, Adam!
Come on, yes, you are. Get your passports renewed. I honestly think Newcastle, as long as you beat Leicester, and even just drawing against Brighton, you get those 4 points. I think Newcastle are probably more or less there, really.
We're fucking down.
Hi, Adam. Look, listen, best of luck. Honestly, Southampton, I do actually like going to Southampton away, so I'm a bit gutted about them, but it is what it is. Reflecting on the season, I mean, the bottom of the table, they barely won. We beat them 4 times this season.
Get in! Fucking get in, boys! Good result, good result, man.
Good result, aye.
Oh, the photo, lads, man.
Adam,
Pearson.
Yep. Hello. Hello.
Subscribe.
Yep. Subscribe, that's right. Get in there. Get in. Go follow.
YouTube. YouTube. With Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy's over there.
Is he?
Yeah, come here.
So you can get him over here. I need to get this finished off, bro.
What we're doing, like Newcastle.
We won 3-1, you know?
No man, I never doubted.
Never doubt.
Never doubted.
You've got to think about that. Listen, we're a couple wins of Champions League now, you know. Never in a million years would have thought that, would you?
Man, I never ever doubted. When we go 1-0 down, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
That's good confidence. I was a bit worried at first. I always thought we were going to at least score one, and then after that. It's been good. Are you coming in, lads? Come on over here. Want to show you some lads here.
Come on!
You might recognise all these lads here. So we've got
Come on!
There we go. Get in there. So I so you would have seen all these on YouTube. It's the first time all these have actually got physically get one person in there. You enjoy the barracks there, the hospitality. And tough first top, but listen, we got there in the end, didn't we?
That's it. So the matters football, Champions League football, ever closer.
I think 2 wins, you know, I think we've got 2 wins. Get in there. Well, honestly, lads, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. You enjoy yourselves, you take care, lads.
Up the man! Quick fire, mate. Harry, come here. Cheers, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But I'll probably wrap things up now, guys. We've done quite well there. We'll get some more interviews down there. So this is part of my little match reaction video. My actual vlog will come up tomorrow. I'm going to go down there and get some fan reactions from the game. But take care, guys. So full time here at St James's Park. Once again, we are joined by Peter, also known as PD Prolock on YouTube. 3-1 full time at Newcastle, but I don't think that reflects the game, you know, especially that first half.
First half, that was wow, wasn't it? So we looked quite disjointed in that first half a lot, didn't we? We give the ball away a lot. I must admit, I mean, the goal we gave away for them, that was poor defended, I've got to admit. So I think all we needed to get to was half time, and Eddie had to make that change. We'll get Callum Wilson on, and he changes that up completely, which was brilliant.
Before I go, actually, I think it was Bruno who lost the ball, but I mean, he had loads of time now. I don't know, he must have thought he had more time, he just lost it, he was a bit sloppy. I know, to be fair, there was still probably a good 5 to 10 seconds or so before the ball was in there, but still, I think it probably did start from that. But first half, though, I mean, Newcastle had a couple of chances, mainly Anthony Gordon, but we never really had much to appear.
Well, that was it. I mean, they should have scored that in the first half, but that was it. So that made it difficult for us. The only thing we needed to do was that change. And there's a reason why Southampton, they're going to get relegated at the end of the season. They really, really fell upon that second half. We had to up our game because we needed the points to keep within this Champions League race going. And it just gives us confidence. If Longstaff is not back for Arsenal, I'd start Wilson and have Isak on the left for Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree. Isak out wide. He's too good not to start. I mean, every time he's on the ball, he looks like he's going to do something. And Wilson's form as well. I think he scored 14 and 26, and despite the fact he's had quite a large goal drought about the second half of the season, he's still banged loads of goals. I mean, he's a class player.
What's he been eating to get him back to his best, which is brilliant, because that's what a number 9 is all about at this football club. 15 league goals this season. That's impressive for our number 9, isn't it?
It is impressive. But finally, Peter, how many more wins do you think Newcastle need to get top 4 football?
See another 2 or 3, I would say.
2 or 3? Oh, well, appreciate it, Peter, and I'm sure you enjoy yourself.
No problem.
So anyway, guys, we were joined here by Paul from the Tomb Review. Full time them 3-1 to Newcastle, but I mean the scoreline I didn't think reflected the game at times, especially being in that first half.
Yeah, first half was a bit awful, wasn't it? I mean, we had a few chances to score, but we weren't really at the races first half. But we needed a spark, and Eddie's made a huge decision, taking Gordon off half time, putting Isak out wide, bringing Callum Wilson on, who was bang back in form. He just looked amazing, Callum. He's just bossing the defenders again. He's putting the ball in the net, and we just look awesome when we do that. But it's nice to know that the team can just, you know, when things are a bit flat, there's just a click of the finger and a spark, and we're away and we score like 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, and I mean, it's well, obviously Longstaff got injured. He's one of our key midfielders this season. You make a change, you bring Gordon, and yes, okay, the first half didn't go well, but I think the squad depth, I mean, it's really healthy. I know a couple of injuries or so they start to go pear-shaped, but for now, though, our squad depth's exceptional. You got to think next season when you buy more players, when you have more money at your disposal. I mean, we've got a good future ahead of us, don't we?
It's amazing when you think now, we were complaining earlier on in the season that our bench looks desperate at times, having to put kids on there. But now he's got options to bring quality players on for quality coming off. So it works. It's worked today, it's worked on Thursday, it's worked last week. You know, everything just seems to be gelling at the right time. And it's just no matter if we concede a goal, we're still in the game. And I think that's a big fact. Stuart Armstrong scores against us all the time for Southampton, every single time we play the Twats. But you know what, we dug in, poor first half. Good conversations must have been had in that dressing room at half time, because we came out, we just battered them second half. But we're used to that as Newcastle fans, we're used to seeing that.
And finally, Isak, now I think he's going to be a big talking point now, because he's a player, of course, we bring as a striker. He's not really someone like order for Newcastle. He hasn't really played out wide much, but I think it's a no-brainer, you know. I think you've got to be starting him and Wilson, but if you're not going to play two strikers, you've got to play him on the left-hand side, surely.
Well, the thing is, Adam, who would you play? ASM or Isak at the minute?
There's only one option, yeah.
You'd go with Isak all the time, and ASM's going to find it very hard when he gets fit to get back in this side, because Isak just seems to have Velcro to his to the football. It just sticks to his feet. But what I like to see in that second half was the combination he was doing with Wilson. You know, interacting with Wilson all the way, finding Wilson for his first goal. Those two got something going, and I think next week's going to be interesting to see if he does start with Isak on the left, because if he does, I think it'll be fantastic. Arsenal will fear him and fear Wilson, because we know end of last season when Arsenal came up here, we battered them, and Wilson battered their back two defences. So I'm all for it, mate. All for it. Isak on the left.
Finally, though, how many wins into Champions League? How many more?
I think one will do us, but I want to win the rest of the season. You know, there's no need to take away this fantastic run we've got going at the minute. And you know, what's that? 13 goals in 3 games now.
Yes, it is.
I mean, Christ. You know, we haven't been used to that for a while. So, play Isak on the left, win next week, and I think that's us done. Hopefully.
I appreciate it, Paul. Thanks
no
so
problem.
much.
James, that game was absolutely bonkers to be
fair. It was bonkers today.
Honestly, it was.
I think it was definitely a game of two halves, I would have said. So let's go for the first half first. Southampton after 30 seconds create a lot of space and almost score straight away. And Newcastle hit the post with goal and had a couple of near chances, but Southampton with the main moment in the half, scoring in about 30 minutes in or so.
Yeah, it was a bit sloppy by defence as well. We kept on giving the ball away as well. It was just up it up in the second half, to be fair.
The second half though, we took Anthony Gordon off and then we put Wilson up top and we moved it Isak out wide. And straight away, I think the second half we battered in the entire half, so it's fair to say that substitution definitely worked from anyhow.
Yeah, it's proven the point that we're going to get the Champions League, and I think give it another 2, maybe 3 more wins, we'll be there. And next season it's just going to be absolutely crazy.
So you think 2 or 3 more wins in Champions League?
Yeah, of course.
But finally, just what you think about the players today? I mean, second half again, Wilson is they're linking so well together.
Isak is he's proven the worth of his money. 60-odd million for him was
classic.
Honestly, he's proven his worth, and honestly, I think he's going to end up becoming the likes of Haaland that way one day, I reckon, and he's going to be right up there for the end of the season and maybe all through next season.
I mean, yeah, it's a long shot, but listen, he's definitely in around them, I would say. I wouldn't even say that's bad. Even I definitely think he's around that sort of calibre. He's probably just a little bit out of him, I would say. He's class, so I think he could do it.
He reminds me of Thierry Henry as well.
He gets that comparison quite a lot, doesn't he? I do agree, actually, the way he moves with the ball. He play out wide through the central. Henry's quite a technically gifted player on the ball as well, but I agree with that. But I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Cheers. So last but not least, we are joined by John, also known as John Sinclair, on YouTube. Listen, John, we have just won 3-1 today. It was a nervy game, especially that first half. Didn't enjoy that at all. But second half, though, we came out guns blazing and looking for blood. We came out there and we punished Southampton that second half. You just want to talk us through that second half?
You know what it is, Adam? Thanks for having us on, mate. And look, we definitely root for them in the second half. But the first half, like you said, we looked poor. I'm not going to lie. I mean, we had the chances. Gordon had 2 good chances there, and Bruno had a chance as well, went wide. But other than that, we just didn't compose ourselves at the moment. Southampton came there. They didn't look like playing at the bottom of the table side. But at the end of the day, I thought they played really well. They were compact. I thought they were well drilled. They made it tough for us, but also made a half for ourselves as well. We conceded a very poor goal in the first half, and just for half time. And look, at the end of the day, it's poor defending all the way, mate. And then we had to do something. We had to fix up very quickly.
Exactly, we did have to do something quite quickly. Isak going out wide, Wilson up top, that was the spark that changed the game. He took Anthony Gordon on, which I think it's a ballsy move from Eddie Howe, because I thought Gordon played well. It's just a case where his end product, I said, wasn't really up for scratch today. No. But now he went, that's it, you're going off the pitch. Straight away he brings Wilson on. He's clearly not happy with, so he takes the sub off and he brings someone else on, and straight away the spark. Whereas I really like that from Eddie Howe. He's got full control of that dressing room. He makes sure that everyone's intact. You don't play well, you're going off the pitch. That's how he's got this ballsy mentality now, and that's got us the win today, making that sub straight away. Full horse, Southampton struggled that entire half long. But anyway, John, finally, I'm going to ask you, how many more wins do you think Newcastle needs in order to secure top 4 football?
I think it's going to be 2 more wins. Two more wins, and that get us there. And we get those 2 wins from 5 games, that gets Champions League. And you know what it is, Adam, right? I mean, you go back to what you said about Eddie, right? If you don't perform, right, you get off straight away. But unfortunately, Gordon had to go off. I knew we'd get Wilson on the bench in the second half. But at the same time, we got a job done, and that's what you need. When you go down, you got to show character, you got to show battle. That's exactly what you've done. And if you do that, we win the game.
I hope you guys enjoy watching that. This might be a new thing on the channel, so if you enjoyed the match reaction and then me to put the vlog up the next day, just let me know. I'm kind of testing the waters, I suppose, of what you guys might enjoy in the content. Probably want to get more than 1 video out for a match today. Obviously, we're doing so well. Last thing I want to do is kind of just limit it just to 1 video. So let me know you enjoy it. We get the match reaction out from now on after the game, and then we get the vlog up early in the next morning. So let me know your thoughts now. Let me know if it's something you enjoyed. But appreciate it, guys, and take care.